Assalamualaikum. Hi and good evening. My name is Ahmad Zamir bin Ahmad, matrix number DI220078. So it has been 14 weeks. The semester is almost to an end actually. Finals are the only things that are left. But I do have one more task to complete, a reflective blog. So for the subject UHB 12902, English Development and Engagement, we have been tasked to do a reflective blog on what we have learned, personal development experience, and one challenge experience, and how we overcame the challenge. So let's start with the first question. So let's start with the first question. What have I learned for the past 14 weeks? Let's start with the task that we were given at the beginning of the semester, the stage performance and documentary. So from these two tasks, I have learned a lot. So let me highlight the top three for you. So the first thing that I've learned was how to conduct and develop a stage performance, and also for the documentary. This was from planning to the proposal to finding a story actually on what we wanted to tell the audience, to script writing, props, editing, and I was one of the actors, so I had to learn on how to act, despite not having a single background in acting or theatre or anything. It was a very good experience, but it was somehow also a bit frightening and embarrassing to have such a poor performance displayed in front of the audience. So but it was very fun and I learned a lot. So the second thing that I've learned for the past 14 weeks is from the task was how to edit videos. I've never edit videos much, but for this task I had two tasks, which is to be an actor and also to edit the videos. So it was a new experience. It wasn't quite challenging, but it was a bit the tasks were a lot. You had to find the right scene, then you had to recolor it, adjust the lighting, the sound sometimes were there. You had to think of the sequence of the story and how to make the transitions go to one another. But I think it's a new skill for me, and I'll keep practicing on it so that it will be under one of my skill sets for the future. The last thing that I've learned during the 14 weeks was how to work together in large group. So normally in past classes, in other subjects, the groups that I've worked in never exceeded 7 members. So to be in a group of 15 or 18, I think, I don't remember, but a large group was a challenge in itself. I had to, especially because my group was one of the groups which had foreign members, foreign students. So there was a bit of a communication gap, but it was all good. I learned how to be a team player. I learned how to be a leader too. So moving on to the personal development for myself that I have experienced. So firstly, I am now more confident in speaking in a large crowd in front of an audience, because in other classes the audience was a bit smaller, and the audience was my batchmates, all members of BIP. So I was very comfortable with them. I didn't feel shy in front of them. But to be in a class, a large class, 100 plus students, and knowing only like 20% of the class and the rest to be strangers was a new experience, but it developed my character a lot. I am now more confident in speaking in front of crowd, especially speaking in English, as it is not my first language. My mother tongue would be Malay, but it has developed my English speaking and public speaking skills. Secondly, being more fluent in English. So I think during the past 14 weeks when we had to speak English a lot more, it really has opened up my vocabulary and the use of better grammar, because normally without this English subject I would be only speaking Malay. The only time I would be speaking English was either through social media for international accounts or playing games to communicate with players overseas. So to be able to speak with my classmates and friends in English was a very good experience, as I think this development in my English language proficiency would make me go further in my career one day. So the last thing that I've personally think that I've developed was I have been more of a team player and a team leader, because from the two tasks, from the documentary and stage performance, I was tasked to be more heavily more on the stage performance side. So from the stage performance group, I was the only male student in that. So I had to be a leader. I had to give out tasks. What should we do? What the script is? How the flow of the story should go. I would say I did an incredible job, but I wouldn't say it was terrible either. So I think I have what it takes to be a leader sometimes, and I'll develop on it for the future. So, but for me personally, I've grown a lot through the subject for the past 14 weeks. So for the challenge experience during the past semester, one of the biggest challenges I would say was when our file got corrupted before our presentation. Literally 30 minutes before class, the main editor realized that the file was corrupted. It could not be opened. There was no backup to be found. So we panicked a little bit. We had to edit a new video. That is why, sir, the video that we presented was a bit long for the intro, because it wasn't the actual result. But being able to work under pressure for something that just popped up, a problem that we did not expect to have, and to be still edit the video and present on the same day, on the same night before the class ended, even though we had to drag a little bit on the time from everybody. I would say we handled it pretty well, and yeah, I think it was a success overall. I would say that you should better plan out your backup plans. You have to always have a backup plan. Always have a spare export on another computer. It was a frightening experience, but at least it's all over, and here we are now. So we have finally made it to the end of the video. Thank you to my fellow friends, to my fellow group mates, to my fellow classmates, and to you, sir, for teaching us for the past 14 weeks. To other students that will be taking the subject, I wish you good luck. And this is a fun subject, I'll say that. There are not many assignments to do in this subject, only the two major tasks, but I think it is doable. It doesn't burden you as a student, so this is a fun subject. I say that. Thank you, and that is all. Ahmad Zamir, signing out.